How's it going, everybody? The PlayStation mid-year deal sale is running from now until July 1st, and there's a ton of absolute bangers on sale for up to 90% off. Every day I put together lists of the top games you can get at a deep discount, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's video. Alright, with that out of the way, that's enough yapping from me, so let's get straight into it. For $20, 77% off, Red Dead Redemption 2 Ultimate Edition is an open-world western where you play as Arthur Morgan, an outlaw navigating loyalty and survival as the Vanderlyn gang fights to endure in a changing America. Explore vast frontier, engage in dynamic combat and missions, and experience both story mode and Red Dead Online as you hunt, rob, and build your life across a detailed world shaped by your choices. It's a 95 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 200 hours to platinum. For $20, 67% off, Grand Theft Auto 5 is an action-packed open-world adventure where three criminals, Michael, Franklin, and Trevor, navigate the ruthless underworld of Los Santos, planning high-stakes heists in a city teeming with opportunity. You'll explore a vast, detailed city filled with dynamic events, side activities, and hidden secrets, seamlessly switching between characters to tackle missions with strategy, skill, and chaotic creativity. It's a 96 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 150 hours to platinum. For $30, 50% off, Forza Horizon 5 is an open-world racing game set across the vibrant landscapes of Mexico, offering hundreds of the world's greatest cars and limitless driving adventures across deserts, jungles, cities, and coastlines. Explore dynamic environments, participate in seasonal events, and take on challenges from high-speed races to off-road escapades, all while customizing and upgrading your vehicles with deep tuning options. It's a 92 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $20, 60% off, Death Stranding Director's Cut is an open-world action adventure from Hideo Kojima, where courier Sam Bridges traverses a fractured America to reconnect isolated cities after a supernatural cataclysm. You'll haul vital cargo across hostile terrain, confront spectral BTs, and engage with the social strand system in a uniquely asynchronous way that lets players indirectly support one another through shared structures and tools. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $5, 75% off, Shadow of Mordor Game of the Year Edition is an open-world action-adventure set between The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, where you play as a ranger bound with the Wraith of Celebrimbor, seeking vengeance against the forces of Sauron. This edition includes the Lord of the Hunt and the Bright Lord story expansions, adding new abilities, beast hunts, epic battles, and deeper lore that expands the mythos of Middle-earth. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $10, 75% off, The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition is a remastered open-world fantasy RPG where you explore the vast province of Skyrim as the Dragonborn, a hero born with the power to combat dragons, shape the world's fate, and influence political factions. The game features enhanced visuals, remastered effects, volumetric god rays, dynamic depth of field, and screen space reflections that bring the province to life in stunning detail. It's a 92 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 125 hours to platinum. For $20, 80% off, Assassin's Creed Odyssey Gold Edition lets you write your own epic journey as a Spartan hero in a richly detailed living world shaped by your choices, alliances, and moral decisions throughout ancient Greece from humble beginnings to legend. This Gold Edition includes the Season Pass with 2 new story arcs across 6 episodes, plus Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, delivering a complete, immersive experience. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 120 hours to get both platinums. For $10, 70% off, Far Cry 4 Gold Edition is an expansive open-world shooter where you travel to the Himalayan country of Karat to fulfill your mother's dying wish and become embroiled in a brutal civil war against the oppressive dictator Pagan Min. This Gold Edition includes the full game plus the Season Pass, adding the Valley of the Yetis campaign, Escape from Durgesh Prison game mode, a new multiplayer mode, and more missions and weapons. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $28, 60% off, The Division 2 Ultimate Edition is a tactical online shooter where you join elite Division agents to save Washington, D.C. and New York from chaos, rogue agents, and deadly factions in both the base game and its expansions. This Ultimate Edition includes the Warlords of New York and Battle for Brooklyn expansions, a level 40 boost, expanded stash space, 1,000 bonus premium credits, all 6 endgame specializations instantly unlocked, and more. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $12, 85% off. Watch Dogs 2 Gold Edition is an open-world action adventure where you play as Marcus Holloway, a young hacker taking on an invasive surveillance system across a vibrant, stylized San Francisco Bay Area full of personality. With its lively tone, flexible mission design, and a suite of extra content from the Deluxe Pack and Season Pass, it offers a dense, gadget-driven sandbox full of clever systems and rewarding player freedom. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $9, 85% off, Far Cry 5 is an open-world first-person shooter set in Hope County, Montana, battling the fanatical Eden's Gate cult led by the charismatic Joseph Seed, while sparking a full-scale resistance across a lawless rural landscape. Explore the world solo or in two-player co-op, liberating regions in any order using a wide mix of guns, vehicles, and animal companions like Cheeseburger and Boomer across forests, farms, and small towns. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $6, 90% off, Shadow of War Definitive Edition is an open-world action RPG where you forge a new Ring of Power, lead a personal orc army, and conquer fortresses across Mordor using the award-winning Nemesis system. You'll engage in massive battles while recruiting and dominating enemy orcs, develop powerful abilities, and explore a richly detailed, dynamic world filled with challenging enemies, side missions, and evolving threats. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $8, 73% off, Need for Speed Rivals Complete Edition lets players experience high-octane, adrenaline-fueled, heart-pounding racing in Redview County, choosing to play as cops or racers while using unique cars, mods, and advanced technology. The Complete Edition includes the full game plus all 6 previously released DLC packs, offering extra cars, missions, and challenges across a gritty open-road environment. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, and the Platinum is unfortunately unobtainable as the online servers have been permanently shut down. For $12, 80% off, Immortals Fenyx Rising is a grand mythological adventure where you play as Fenyx, a winged demigod on a quest to save the Greek gods from a world-ending threat. Wield iconic powers like Achilles' sword, Daedalus' wings, self-guided arrows, and telekinesis to battle mythological beasts like Cyclops and Medusa in dynamic air and ground combat, all across a stunning open world spanning 7 unique regions, each inspired by the gods. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $5, 75% off, Watch Dogs is an open-world action adventure where you play as a skilled hacker driven by a violent family tragedy and a relentless quest for justice and revenge. You'll manipulate the city of Chicago's connected infrastructure, tapping into security cameras, controlling traffic lights, and accessing personal data to outsmart enemies, evade law enforcement, and strategically execute heists, stealth missions, and intense combat scenarios. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $6, 75% off, Green Hell is a brutal open-world survival simulator set deep in the unforgiving Amazon rainforest, where you're stranded alone with no supplies and no way to call for help. You'll craft shelters and primitive tools from raw materials, manage hunger and sanity while battling tropical diseases and venomous wildlife, and learn realistic survival mechanics that force you to treat wounds, start fires, and adapt to the jungle's ever-present dangers. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $10, 75% off, Riders Republic is a massive multiplayer extreme sports playground where you can ride bikes, skis, snowboards, or wingsuits and explore an open-world sports paradise filled with chaos, competition, and tricks. Race, grind, and battle against over 20 players simultaneously across iconic U.S. national parks like Yosemite, Zion, and Bryce Canyon, customizing your character and taking on both career challenges and multiplayer events. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 55 hours to platinum. For $8, 60% off, Dysmantle is a post-apocalyptic open-world survival game where you emerge from your shelter to find a world overrun by vile creatures and reclaimed by nature with one goal: escape the island. Break down nearly every object for materials, craft weapons and outfits, build outposts, farm, fish, cook, hunt, tame animals, and solve puzzles in ancient tombs as you unravel the mysteries of a handcrafted world that keeps getting worse. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $15, 75% off, Ghostwire Tokyo immerses you in a beautifully eerie supernatural Shibuya where nearly every human has vanished and vengeful spirits now roam the neon-lit streets. Channel elemental ethereal weaving powers, exercise restless yokai, and unravel a dark mystery tying folklore to a modern paranormal crisis, with this version adding the massive spider's thread road-like mode, new areas, and enhanced combat skills like perfect guard counter. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $15, 50% off, Vagrus, the Riven Realms is a turn-based RPG where you lead a caravan company across a wasteland devastated by an ancient arcane cataclysm, trading, fighting, and exploring to survive amid monsters and roaming undead. Manage supplies and crew morale, recruit unique companions with their own quests, and engage mighty factions whose rivalries shape the world in tactical battles where positioning is everything. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $7, 75% off, Far Cry Primal is an open-world action-adventure set in the Stone Age, where you play as the last survivor of a hunting party fighting to survive in the dangerous wilderness of the land of Oros. Instead of modern weapons, combat focuses on crafting primitive tools, taming fierce predators, and battling rival tribes, while navigating a harsh world ruled by mammoths, saber-toothed tigers, and other deadly prehistoric beasts. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $5, 80% off, Dying Light Essentials Edition is a first-person zombie survival game where you traverse an infected city using parkour, scavenge for supplies, and make tense choices between duty and saving survivors. Fight creatively with weapons, environmental traps, and unique abilities, while the day-night cycle transforms you from hunter to hunted as threats grow deadlier and more unpredictable after sundown. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $16, 60% off, Cat Quest, the Furtastic Trilogy bundles 3 adventures, Cat Quest 1, 2, and 3, into one awesome action RPG collection full of monster battles, dungeon exploration, and quirky side quests. Leap across Felongard to rescue your kidnapped sister, team up as a cat and dog to reclaim thrones in a war-torn kingdom, or sail the 2.5D Caribbean seas as a swashbuckling privateer hunting mythical treasure. It's a 78 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 35 hours to get all 3 platinums. For $9, 70% off, Assassin's Creed Rogue Remastered is a story-driven action-adventure following an assassin turned Templar during the French and Indian War. You'll hunt former allies, uncover far-reaching conspiracies, and navigate a morally complex world of shifting loyalties as you explore detailed North American environments while commanding the Morrigan in naval combat featuring enhanced weapons and dynamic sea encounters. It's a 74 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $33, 70% off, Star Wars Outlaws Gold Edition is an action-adventure where you live the life of a cunning outlaw in a richly detailed galaxy, combining the base game and season pass, including the A Pirate's Fortune and Wildcard story packs. Explore bustling cities and sprawling landscapes on your speeder, tackle high-stakes missions, and pilot your ship in intense dogfights, while every choice shapes your reputation and opportunities. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. Alright, that's it for today's list, everybody. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is, if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sales stuff that I put out, leave a like, and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.